the Kaduna State Local Government Elections 2018 with the electronic voting system being the focus. Electoral process is one of the hallmarks of democracy, with the voter being the major stakeholder in the process. It is therefore the responsibility of the government to provide infrastructure and enabling environment for smooth, convenient and conclusive electoral process. On the 12th of May 2018, Kaduna State's Electoral Commission, KADSECOM, made history in the electoral process in Nigeria, as it is the first to introduce the electronic voting system using the electronic voting machine in the just concluded local government election in the state.
On the 12th of May 2018, the people of Kaduna State heralded a new chapter in elections in Nigeria using electronic voting, and a government that was determined to respect the outcome. The people of Kaduna State can congratulate themselves that they have in practice conclusively made the argument for the country as a whole to fully automate the voting process. Following the successful performance of the electronic voting machines, Kaduna State is prepared to make its electronic voting machines available to any state government that wishes to embrace electronic voting on terms to be mutually agreed.
Kaduna State became the first subnational in the world to adopt the electronic voting system alongside countries such as the United States of America, Brazil, Belgium, Bolivia, Mexico, Namibia, and the Philippines. This development is as a result of the Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai's desire and determination to provide a platform that will enable a free, fair, and credible electoral process, as well as deepen democratic experience in the state.
The desire of the governor to see that elections are free, fair, credible, and acceptable by the citizens of Kaduna State gave rise to the development of and acceptance of electronic voting.
A lot of concerns and fears were raised prior to the exercise with regards to the workability or otherwise of the machine, epileptic power supply, complexity of technology, and low level of literacy. All these were, however, laid to rest with the introduction of the machine in the just concluded elections.
The machine worked absolutely perfectly, except the operators. Okay, we had a few challenges with the people that manned the machine. For some reason, some of them may have forgotten what they were taught, or had a crowd fright, or whatever. For whatever reason, they opened the machine and shut it down. And once the machine is shut down, you can't open it again. It has to be reprogrammed. That's the way it's done, to avoid problems. You see, so we had challenges with the people, but actually the machine worked optimally, and we're very, very, very happy with the machine and the way it performed on election day. At the back end here, there was, the back end system that looked at all aspects of the elections, and failure rate for the machine was less than 0.4%. That's absolutely amazing. So we are very happy with the machine.
Voters as well as electoral observers who participated with keen interest in the Kaduna State Local Government Elections 2018 went agog over the user-friendly nature of the machine as well as the speed of voting, and commended the record-breaking initiative of the El-Rufai administration.
Yeah, actually, it's a good effort in the right direction, because there is clear improvement over the previous voting pattern. One of the thing that enticed me more is the fact that the way within a short period of time, a lot of people casted their votes without unnecessary delays and what have you. In fact, for someone that comes to pass, he will think that the voting is not in process. But in fact, many have voted and went back to their respective homes. I'm very proud of the initiatives that are being put in place, even though I'm not a fan of the administration, but it is a fact that I have to say it.
It's good and it's faster, no stress, to me that the machine, the new technology of using the machine is okay.
We have been partnering with the state government on developmental programs, and this is one of the most wonderful programs His Excellency have been carrying out. Besides the restructuring of other sectors of the economy, also the electoral system is also being overhauled. The previous process which you have is the manual process of accreditation, manual process of voting that takes close to the whole day before elections have been done. We went to some polling units. To my amazement, they were seated relaxing. I mean, the polling officers were actually waiting for voters to come and cast their vote because the whole system is very fast. As soon as you come, within 10 seconds, you are done.
Well, I think there is a development in the election process because we have gone away from the manual voting system to the digital voting system, which is the electronic voting system. I think it's a plus. I hope all other states as well in Nigeria will emulate the e-system of voting because at least if the machines are good and they're free, they're hitch-free, then I mean it's a faster way and a more modernized way of doing elections in Nigeria.
Despite criticisms and apprehensions from some quarters of the society within and outside the state, the success recorded in the pilot system outweighs the challenges faced. This is evident in the reactions of the electorate.
It's a good one, it's a development, and I believe even federal government will take such system because it's a nice one. Because this, as I said earlier, no accreditation go and come back because of if you can see during the previous system, our parents will come out, go back. That thing is demoralizing. It will not make them to come out for the second time. It's not encouraging actually. This one is much more faster and encouraging.
And seriously, I really appreciate the last election because the new system was fast and okay. And I think they should continue using it.
The process is faster, easier, and more convenient now. As you can see, we have no electorate on ground. People are not coming to, not that they are not coming to vote actually, but it's just because the system is faster than the ones we usually see before. So it's more convenient.
I like the process because if we look at it, initially we are using the analog way of casting our vote, but now we can see that there is a lot of development regarding with the digital way of casting vote. I think this will be more easier, faster, and efficient, and there will be very low maybe error in the process.
To gaskiya an samu ci gaba kwarai gaske domin wannan na'ura da aka
Honestly, there's improvement. The system is hitch-free, such that when you cast your vote, you will see what you voted for.
The implementation of the electronic voting system was not just to enable free and fair election in the state, but to also ensure convenience for the voter and eliminate all forms of election irregularities.
I'm very proud because Nigeria is a developing country, and today Kaduna State did a very good job today by bringing such kind of machine. I never expected such machine could be available in Nigeria at this time, because the process, I told you from the beginning that people came out very early, and at the same time we just was accredited, and at the same time they voted. So it's a very good development, and the Kaduna State government has tried in this very aspect.
The system is fast compared to the previous voting. We really appreciate it and commend the government for that.
At least ina kai shekara 35 ina zabe.
I have been voting for 35 years, but I have never seen one this fast and efficient. That is because the governor has done his best. The computer voting has made things easy.
The new system is very good. It is far better than the previous one. The electoral officers are there to guide you on how to vote.
The unprecedented introduction of the e-voting system in Nigeria by Kaduna State Electoral Commission (SECOM) through the use of the electronic voting machine has indeed placed the state on yet another path of greatness and way above its peers.
This is a new project brought by Nasir El-Rufai, the President Governor of Kaduna State, in assistance to replace the other classes that are not being enough or sufficient to the rest of the students that are in the school.
Now we are going to share the pupils into the expected number that a classroom is supposed to be contained, e.g. 40-45 pupils in a class.
The changes are not few, they are many and they are very tremendous, and these changes are well appreciated by the teachers, students, PTA and the SBMC of the school.
Governor Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai established himself through his sound reform and policies as a great reformer and first among equals, with the most recent being the introduction of the e-voting system in the just concluded local government elections, which earned him encomiums from around the country.
The digital way of doing things in the world have gone far, and we can't be left behind. Fact is, in Europe, you can even vote in departmental stores, such as ShopRite and Walmart. You can enter there and get where the box is and do. There are countries that vote on their phone. You will verify yourself, put in some code, and then the server will verify you, and then you vote. So here we are talking about queuing up, going to the center, and then it's been digitalized. Number one, it saves time, it's more efficient, and it is fraud-free. You can't snatch any box, and the result is so accurate. So I think the analog way of doing things have to change. Considering that the world over 11 countries have adopted that. Kaduna State has been a litmus test because it's the first state that have adopted this. So of course, there have to be challenges.
The Kaduna State introduction of the e-voting system was considered a litmus test for INEC to go completely electronic after the introduction of the card reader machine in the 2015 general elections. The electronic voting system, which was hitherto considered impossible in Nigeria, was made possible by the commitment, resilience and political will of the government and the electoral team of the state.